up!
Didn't the Big Mac used to be bigger? Are your chicken wings smaller? What about the pizza you ordered last night? It's not your imagination playing tricks on you, it's inflation. Sadly, many fast food chains have drastically reduced the size of some beloved menu items, better known as shrinkflation. With that in mind, here are 15 examples of fast food shrinkflation you may or may not have noticed.
Don't worry if the price starts going up, just keep buying.
Domino's.
The Domino's guy brings the pizza like this now.
It may not have happened overnight, but Domino's now sits on top of the pepperoni mountain as the reigning king of the pizza chains. The pizza giant's sales have been dominating the globe for years now, and its diverse menu filled with tasty little pizza alternatives keeps Domino's customers pretty happy. While a host of delicious menu options is always a win, pizza is Domino's bread and butter, cheese and sauce. The chain's brand of seasoned buttery crust, tangy sauce, and pepperoni with just the right amount of crispiness is what Domino's does best, and you'll get no complaints from their loyal customers. However, when it comes to the franchise's pizza, the delicious disc of cheese and saucy goodness has seemed to get a tad smaller over the years. Say it ain't so, Domino's. But yes, the world's best-selling pizza franchise's pizzas have seemingly been placed under a shrink ray rather than a heat lamp. Customers first noticed the sting of inflation back in 2022.
Y'all don't deserve this pizza.
Domino's increased the price of its mix-and-match delivery deal by $1 from $5.99 to $6.99 and reduced the number of wings from 10 to 8 for their week-long carry-out offer. If that wasn't bad enough, the wings are also noticeably smaller. Now, on to the one that really stings, the pizza. Many observant Domino's customers have made their way over to Reddit to give folks a shining example of just how small the pizzas served up by the famous chain have gotten. These dissatisfied customers even went so far as to post pictures of the supposed large pizza, which took up less space than the pre-shrinkflation pizzas. So the next time you decide to order from Domino's, you may have to make sure you eat lunch immediately before ordering.
Lunch today is going to be pizza.
McDonald's Big Mac.
Unique burgers, good prices.
There's no doubt about it, McDonald's has been the undisputed king of the burger franchises for a long time now. While the chain is known for serving up some of the most iconic fast food items on the planet, including their beloved fries, its burgers have always been their biggest draw. From the relatively small hamburgers and cheeseburgers sold for a few cents back in the golden days to the modern McD's burgers we're all familiar with today, no McDonald's burger is as famous as the Big Mac. The signature burger of the franchise, the Big Mac, has become just as famous as McDonald's itself. Beyond the classic two patties, special sauce, and everything else that makes the Big Mac so iconic, the flagship burger also happens to be relatively massive compared to the other burgers on the McMenu. The towering flagship burger was always an impressive sight with its double-deckerness and loads of goodness.
Whoa, look at all the meat!
Or at least it used to be. Yes, the days of the Big Mac being, well, big, are seemingly over. According to many dissatisfied customers, the size of the Big Mac's two all-beef patties have undergone a significant amount of shrinkage over the years. Customers have posted pics of their shrunken Big Mac patties on Reddit, with one customer sharing picture evidence of their patties being thinner than the pickles on the burger. The once mighty Big Mac has apparently seen bigger and better days since shrinkflation crept in. However, despite customers being less than pleased with the current state of the Big Mac, McDonald's still managed to generate over $20 billion in 2023. Some have it a bit tougher than others. Oh, if you think this is the only time McDonald's will be mentioned on this list,
Think again.
Burger King nuggets.
Never nuggets or no nuggets now?
It's likely good to be the king, and Burger King has been ruling its Burger Kingdom for a long time. In fact, the Royal Highness of hamburgers, the Whopper, has been around even longer than its chief rival's Big Mac. However, as time goes on, customers tend to get bored with the same old burgers and fries, rinse and repeat formula of fast food, which causes any good chain to adapt or disappear. Burger King has always been able to keep up with its customers' ever-evolving tastes, serving up plenty of tasty items along with the world-famous Whopper. Not in the mood for a flame-broiled burger and fries? Go for some crispy onion rings and a 10-piece chicken nugget. Yes, Burger King has been in the chicken nugget business since the mid-'80s. Burger King introduced their brand of juicy golden brown chicken nuggets to compete with its nemesis McDonald's and their iconic Chicken McNuggets, and chicken lovers have been grateful ever since.
Oh my God, I love this chicken.
Unfortunately, those crispy and tender BK nuggets are not at all what they used to be. The once plump BK chicken nuggets nuggets have gotten noticeably smaller over the years as shrinkflation has taken hold. In fact, according to some customers who have posted photos online, when comparing past nuggets to the current product, the nuggets are significantly smaller than the plump chicken nuggets we're all used to. Sadly, it's not just the size of the nuggets that has gotten smaller. The days of BK nuggets coming in packs of 10 are over and are now being offered in a reduced 8-pack because, well, I guess because less nuggets is a good thing, right? Oh, for shame, Burger King. The public demands a new burger monarch if this nugget shrinkflation continues.
You don't deserve your crown, and you don't deserve your queen!
Popeyes.
What? Popeye?
Remember back in the day when the only fried chicken joint in town was KFC? Well, thankfully, those days are over as there are a myriad of fried chicken options today. Nowadays, the fried chicken-loving crowd is Chick-fil-A, Church's, Raising Cane's, and, of course, Popeyes to satisfy their craving for some fried fowl. However, of all the chicken joints out there giving the OG chicken franchise a run for its money, Popeyes is the most iconic, offering the chicken clientele a taste of Louisiana with spicy Cajun flair and a side of beans and rice. Popeyes gave folks something other than the Colonel's 11 herbs and spices. The chain has been hard at work keeping folks happy while also cornering its share of the fast food chicken market and keeping KFC on its toes.
You can't play chicken with me. I invented chicken.
However, the chicken franchise has not been immune to the unfortunate effects of shrinkflation over the years, and this is particularly evident with its sides. Popeyes sides are arguably more popular than their delicious chicken. The franchise has made sure to cover all the Southern comfort food bases with mac and cheese, rice and beans, and mashed potatoes. But regardless of how tasty all these sides happen to be, they have undergone significant shrinkage. Customers have voiced their displeasure over the reduced portion sizes and even posted videos showcasing just how much smaller portions are now getting. From family size to bite size may be fine when talking about brownies or mini candy bars, but when it comes to sides, no one is happy about this, Popeyes.
I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not gonna take this anymore!
New to BabbleTop? Then go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It's quick, it's easy, and you don't have to worry about shrinkflation because it's free. Thanks.
You see a large red button.
McDonald's Quarter Pounder.
Give me those 20-pounders.
The Big Mac is often heralded as the biggest burger on the McDonald's menu. Combine that with the fact that the Mac is also the flagship burger of the franchise, and it's no wonder that the burger has become a part of pop culture. This could be why many of McDonald's signature items are maybe not forgotten, but definitely play second fiddle to the Big Mac. Items like Chicken McNuggets are more than capable of holding their own, and McDonald's French fries are actually the chain's best-selling product, even outselling the Big Mac. However, when it comes to burgers, the Quarter Pounder is often an afterthought compared to its big brother. The Quarter Pounder is arguably the second most popular burger on the planet.
Oh yeah, second place!
The quarter-pound patty, cheese, pickles, and onions are just as impactful as the two all-beef patty powerhouse that has become world famous. In fact, the Quarter Pounder and its namesake thick patty are widely regarded by some to be the best burger on the McDonald's menu. Unfortunately, shrinkflation has set its sights on both the Big Mac and the Quarter Pounder. Customers have begun to notice that the thick and juicy quarter-pound patty has experienced a significant amount of shrinkage over the years, so much so that the folks have taken to Reddit to share pics of the smaller patty. Some have even commented that the 4-ounce patty is now a full ounce smaller than the former quarter pound of beef. Somehow the McDonald's 3-ouncer with cheese just doesn't have the same ring to it, does it? Thanks, shrinkflation.
Sometimes it gets bigger, sometimes it gets smaller.
Wendy's.
Have you tried making everything smaller?
The undisputed third largest burger joint on the planet, Wendy's iconic old-fashioned square burgers and beloved Frosties are just as much part of pop culture as the Big Mac and the Whopper. The burger chain has experimented over the years, introducing new items and revamping old ones like its new and improved fries, which debuted a few years ago. However, Wendy's customers are not happy with the state of the current menu.
Changing menu? We're serving soggy turds now!
According to a group of customers who have voiced their displeasure with the chain online, Wendy's chicken nuggets are noticeably smaller than they have been, and they posted photos to back their claims. The photo in question features a nugget beside a sauce packet, and the sauce packet is apparently larger than the nugget. Unfortunately, the shrinkflation problem has taken hold of just about everything on the Wendy's menu, according to many longtime customers.
How do you make it bigger?
McDonald's McMuffin.
And I'm sorry I ruined your new career, McMuffin.
McDonald's has one of the most popular fast food menus on the planet, so why has it become so popular? Well, likely because for years, the chain has managed to make its menu fairly diverse and full of tasty options. This has caused the chain's rivals to follow suit and add more than the standard burgers, fries, and drinks to their menus just to compete. One of the greatest expansions to the McMenu was undoubtedly the addition of breakfast options. And McDonald's most popular breakfast creation? Why, the McMuffin, of course. Ideal for commuters in too much of a rush to worry about breakfast, McDonald's became a morning rusher's best friend.
My breakfast?
My friskiness.
McD's portable fast food breakfast McMuffin has been one of the chain's biggest sellers and is known around the world. However, the iconic breakfast sandwich seems to have experienced a bit of weight loss, according to some dissatisfied customers. Once again, folks have taken to social media to show off their detective skills, posting pics of the modern-day McMuffin. In a post that went viral, a customer can even be seen showing the size comparison, fitting their sandwich between thumb and forefinger as a reference to how small the McMuffin has gotten in recent years. Oh, McDonald's.
What's next?
Burger King, Sundaes and shakes.
We're not doing Sundaes.
Okay, so as we've seen, Burger King is not immune to the effects of shrinkflation, and it seems the burger giant also has an issue with its ice cream products. Burger King has been in the ice cream business for years, selling cones, shakes, and sundaes alongside its competitors like McDonald's and the other mega chains. Loyal BK patrons have been more than pleased with the shakes and sundaes served up by the Regal Burger chain in the past. With various flavors and toppings, Burger King has been keeping its ice cream game tight, to say the least. However, BK customers have started to notice both the shakes and the sundaes are lacking a significant amount of ice cream. Customers have popped up online to voice their disappointment with Burger King and its skimpiness when it comes to ice cream content.
Needs more ice cream.
In some cases, customers have posted photos of milkshake cups and sundae containers that appear to be half empty. Other photos posted by disgruntled customers on Reddit showcase side-by-side comparisons of milkshakes that clearly show a drastic difference between portions offered the previous year compared to this year. And to make matters worse, the milkshake from this year, which wasn't even filled to the top of the cup, was actually pricier, according to the Reddit user. More for less is usually a good thing, but this is a case of less is more. Maybe a more optimistic crowd would look at the shakes and sundaes as being half full. Yeah.
Not likely.
KFC.
KFC you later.
At one time, KFC was the most popular fried chicken chain around. In fact, the franchise was pretty much the only game in town. Unfortunately for KFC, things slowly changed, and it wasn't long before other chains specializing in chicken began springing up all over the country. However, KFC has still managed to keep itself in the chicken game despite no longer being the only franchise of its kind. However, the fried chicken chain has started to anger its customers as the current state of KFC chicken is not at all what it used to be thanks to shrinkflation. Customers have made it clear that the chicken being served up by KFC is hardly worth the price nowadays. First, there's the KFC chicken sandwich. While not as popular as its Chick-fil-A counterpart, the KFC sandwich is nonetheless beloved by customers. Unfortunately, the sandwich appears to have lost some of its heft.
Wait, why is it small? Go big, baby.
Customers have posted photos online featuring the beloved chicken sandwich with a chicken patty sitting at the very center of the bun, with said chicken patty coming nowhere near the edge of the bun. KFC's shrinkflation problem is not limited to its chicken sandwich, however, as the Colonel's beloved chicken has also undergone a rather significant reduction in size. Once again, customers have posted pics of the current size of KFC chicken, even going as far as to pull out a measuring tape to show just how small the chicken has gotten. It's worth noting that these particular cases of shrinkflation were reported by customers in Australia. But if the curse of the shrinking chicken hasn't taken hold stateside yet, it's likely just a matter of time.
The world is shrinking.
In-N-Out Burgers.
Just out! Out, 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 out!
We've all heard about the gloriousness of the fast food secret weapon hidden away in Southern California called In-N-Out. Chances are you've heard about the chain on social media or come across a story stating how many A-list celebs love the place. Suffice it to say, the chain has one hell of a reputation for being a relatively obscure franchise when compared to the mega chains such as McDonald's, Burger King, and Wendy's. Of course, anyone who's familiar with the franchise knows all about its infamous secret menu, world-famous double burgers, and animal-style fries, all of which have fans flocking from every part of the country to sink their teeth into.
From every part of the world.
However, those delicious burgers have gotten noticeably smaller due to shrinkflation. The In-N-Out burger patties in particular have shrunken both in thinness and circumference. This has made many fans so upset that they've voiced their outrage on social media and even TripAdvisor to let everyone who will listen know that In-N-Out is holding back on the beef. While the shrinking patties have fans understandably upset, many disgruntled customers make it a point to mention that the famous burgers are still delicious, albeit a bit on the smaller side nowadays.
I want the big one, okay?
McDonald's Filet-O-Fish. As we've seen, shrinkflation at McDonald's has impacted far more than just its flagship burger. Another classic sandwich from the mega chain has also seen a bit of shrinkage over the years. The Filet-O-Fish was the first fish sandwich served up by a major fast food chain. Created for customers who could not eat meat due to religious beliefs, the sandwich is beloved by both religious and non-religious types the world over. The Filet-O-Fish, featuring a fried fish fillet, cheese, and tartar sauce, has become a McDonald's menu staple and is just about as famous as the Quarter Pounder and even the Big Mac. Unfortunately for fans of the sandwich, the Filet-O-Fish has seemingly shriveled to the point where it pales in comparison to what it was a few years ago.
There are no small fish, only small catchers.
Folks over on social media, TikTok specifically, have noticed the smaller size of the Filet-O-Fish with pics to confirm their observations. Many have made claims that the already tiny sandwich has decreased in size by at least 20%. However, McDonald's is not taking these claims lightly, stating that the Filet-O-Fish is the same size it has always been, despite what customers on social media have to say. Furthermore, a statement from McDonald's CEO said that the chain is actually working on a larger version of the beloved sandwich. Who's right? I guess you'll have to order one to judge for yourself.
I'm right. You're wrong. Shut up.
Burger King Whopper Jr.
Oh, Junior, this isn't how I wanted you.
When the Whopper was first introduced, it was a game changer. The burger was not only the first signature burger for a major franchise, it was also larger than any other fast food burger, and that's always a win. However, Burger King didn't stop at just the Whopper, as the chain has been serving up multiple versions of the classic burger for years. One of the most beloved versions of BK's flagship burger is undoubtedly the Whopper Jr. The mini burger has everything its big brother has, only half its size.
I just wanted to be like my big brother.
So when customers started to notice that the already pint-sized Whopper Jr. was seemingly getting even smaller, they were less than thrilled. Sadly, the Whopper Jr. is yet another example of fast food shrinkflation, according to some dissatisfied customers who have taken to social media to let the world know. Folks over on Reddit have been sharing photos of the Whopper Jr.'s current all-beef patty and its shrunken size. The photo features a patty that is thin as a French fry. Will BK need to change the name to the Whopper Jr. Jr.?
You actually can't see it right now because it's so small.
Chick-fil-A waffle fries.
I've got to go make the waffle fries that you scream requested in the car.
When it comes to fried chicken nowadays, many would likely head over to Chick-fil-A if given the option, especially when it comes to chicken sandwiches. Yes, the Southern Chicken franchise has slowly but surely become one of the major players in the fried chicken game, with their famous chicken sandwich being a major part of its success. Of course, to keep on top of the game, Chick-fil-A has made sure to offer more than just chicken sandwiches to its growing customer base, with one of the most popular items offered being its waffle fries. What is it about French fries that aren't traditionally cut that taste so good? Whatever it is, Chick-fil-A's waffle fries have it.
My dad claps when he gets waffle fries.
With the perfect amount of crispy outside and fluffy inside goodness, the waffle fries are a definite crowd pleaser. However, fans have noticed that their beloved waffle fries have become a shining example of the dreaded fast food shrinkflation. Various social media posts have revealed that Chick-fil-A's waffle fries cardboard containers look like they're filled with mostly air and hardly any fries. However, another poster showcased pics of their waffle fries right after ordering, and then 10 minutes after, with the fries appearing to shrivel and wilt, which is about as disturbing as shrinkflation. This has fans of the chain wondering whether the franchise has reduced the number of fries, or if the fries are shrinking when they hit the air. Either way, is one explanation really any better than the other?
And I have rejected your explanation.
Tim Hortons.
You're nuttier than a Tim Hortons maple log.
Ask any red-blooded Canadian or anyone who's an avid watcher of How I Met Your Mother, and they'll tell you everything you need to know about Tim Hortons. The coffee and donut chain has been keeping folks in vanilla-glazed, freshly brewed heaven for about 60 years, and it's not out of the ordinary to see a Timmy's on just about every street corner up in the Great White North. However, the coffee chain has managed to expand into the US and even over in the UK and Ireland. Tim Hortons has also expanded its menu, adding much more than just coffee and donuts, including items like breakfast sandwiches, soups, and other tasty treats. If that wasn't enough, the franchise has become part of Canadian pop culture, with popular items such as Timbits and ice caps becoming part of the Canadian lexicon. It also doesn't hurt that the franchise was often name-dropped in the hit sitcom How I Met Your Mother and is a Justin Bieber favorite.
You've got to ask yourself, are you a true believer?
However, despite its popularity, Tim Hortons customers have noticed a drastic reduction in the size of some of their products, specifically the wraps. Some Tim Hortons customers have made claims that the various wraps served up by the chain are visibly smaller than they used to be. Over on social media, unhappy Timmy's customers have posted pics showcasing Timmy's wraps that are nowhere near the size they should be. The supposed shrinking of the wraps would be bad enough, but it doesn't end there. Some customers are even claiming that Tim Hortons' be-all end-all, its beloved coffee, has experienced a bit of shrinkage as far as cup sizes. Some have suggested that the new large is noticeably smaller than the large from previous years. Tim Hortons vehemently denies the shrinkflation claims and has released statements to that effect. Are the critics right, or has Tim Hortons been mistakenly labeled with the dreaded shrinkflation crown?
Lies! Lies!
Zaxby's.
Hey, you like Zaxby's?
While there's a good chance you've never heard of Zaxby's, it doesn't mean that the Southeast chain isn't a banger. The fried chicken franchise does have a healthy batch of competitors like massive chains KFC, Popeyes, and Chick-fil-A, to name a few. But the chain has differentiated itself enough to stand out and thrive on a smaller scale. Items like their Texas toast, crinkle-cut fries, and savory chicken bites have become popular staples and items you won't find at the other chicken joints. Unfortunately, even the smaller franchises are showing signs of shrinkflation. Zaxby's customers have made their displeasure with the chain known online, with one customer posting an eyebrow-raising picture from just a year ago.
I can't unpicture it.
The picture features a Zaxby's chicken wing beside a French fry, and the two are pretty much the same size. To make matters worse, other customers have made posts this year about the state of the chain's chicken strips. According to the unhappy customer, Zaxby's strips are now barely 2 full bites worth of chicken. Unfortunately for Zaxby's, many customers have chosen to stop eating at the franchise due to shrinkflation. Honestly, it's already an uphill battle for a smaller franchise to compete with the big boys. Add something as anger-inducing as shrinkflation to the mix, and you have a recipe for disaster. Good luck, Zaxby's.
Many great things start small.
Got a shrinkflation story of your own? Let us know, and tap or click another great video, hit that subscribe button, and ring that notification bell.